Well, somebody's missing here. That would be Pie. She's actually sitting in the nest box. Strange but true. Hunter, do you have some magical something going on there that girl likes? Works for me. Oh, I hope that means they're moving in the right direction. That would be lovely. These two, on the other hand, are not. Oh, here she is. Hi, Missy. Go back in the box. We like you in there. The fact that she was in there at all is just stellar. These two don't seem to be making any big moves. I mean, it's only been 3 or 4 days, but I think we might be kind of cycling out of the breeding season. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm just not 100% sure. I'm just going to wait and see. I realized that I need to up the calcium that these guys are getting so I can stop getting babies that need calcium support, and so that hens can, you know, be stronger. So, I don't know. That might be part of it too. These two are kind of, you know. Now, she's only laid 1 set of eggs the whole time I've had her, so she shouldn't be too terribly calcium depleted because I give them calcium once a week. Although I clearly need to give it to them twice a week, especially for my birds that have already laid 2 or 3 times this season. For instance, Sprite and Fluffy, I'm not going to try and breed them again until fall, because Fluffy has laid a lot of eggs and not managed, you know, without managing to give me any chicks, but she just needs a break. That's way too many eggs for her to ask her to keep going. Oh, look, there's Bubba. She says, look, honey, a nest box. She says, meh. Well, she's being territorial. So here's Toby over here. We're not supposed to get any chicks out of these two. Okay, so first of all, one of their eggs crushed. It was probably that first one that she had trouble laying. She has a long history of this. The first egg's too soft. But then the rest of them are okay. So, although I did see another egg in there that looked like it might have a little crack in it or something. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm going to look in her nest box less often in case those eggs have, you know, not very strong shells on them. Because they kind of get scrambled when I look. So, but we have a long time to go. It's only the 3rd, so we have another week at least before she's due to hatch anything. So we got lots of time. Let's see how these two over here. Hi. These two are such a lovely pair. Let's see what's happening with those little eggs. I didn't expect anything until the 14th on the earliest because I know 2 of these eggs are infertile. And they still look like 2 infertile and 2 fertile. So, sometime soon. It's kind of interesting to see the hens off of the nests more often now that the weather's warmed up. It's like they know they can get off and get away with it for a while. Here is Scruffy. His girl looks so much better after I gave her electrolytes for a couple of days. I gave her regular water yesterday and back on electrolytes today. She probably has some kind of illness going on that's making her feel bad. But you can't give them electrolytes every day because the salt and such becomes hard on their kidneys. So I'm going to alternate her until she looks like she's stabilized. She's a ferocious thing. Very ferocious. Let's see. You want to let's look at your babies? She's got a giant pile of beautiful babies. And she will bite me. She says, I will kill you. We're going to be ready for the fledgling cage pretty soon for the oldest chick, but she has so many younger ones that I'm not in a huge hurry. I think I will probably put these 2 in a fledgling cage first because they only have 3 chicks separated by 2 days each. So they're all getting pretty big, whereas Laurel's chicks are still smaller. So let's see what's going on with these little guys. See, we got a lot of feathery babies in there. That's a normal. Hey, let's chase you out and take a look at these babies. Let's chase you out. Come on, Missy. I know. You will bite me. Out you go. Come on, shoot, 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 shoot. Shoot, 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 shoot. Out. Yes. Almost, she says I will bite your rag. Okay, let's see. This is the oldest. I don't know if he's the oldest, but he's the biggest. I should check their bands. Because somewhere along the line, the middle-sized baby got bigger than the oldest. That looks like a cinnamon to me, very much in the wings. And a gray. Hi, little bite you bird. He's normal as far as coloration goes. He's not a Spangle or anything. But he looks like, since I don't see any color there, I'm going to guess that's a gray. Hi, Lady Boo. Or a terrible beast. Who knew? And this is, I believe, a normal Spangle that's sky blue like Mama. I don't think this is a cinnamon. I think this is just a normal Spangle. This one's quite a bit smaller than the other one. I'm wondering if this is actually the birth order, or if this is the older chick that ended up smaller than the other one and less developed partway through. And then the last little guy, this little guy is really big. He's the youngest of the three, but he has the biggest feet, a big body. He's a little scrawny though. You see how long his body is? It's kind of weird. And he has giant feet. Look at how big his feet are. But he's the youngest of the three. So I'm giving him extra calcium because his feet were starting to go out to the side. Not involving his hips, but his feet, as though his knees were starting to go. So I'm giving them extra calcium again. She just needed calcium all the way through. I definitely need to start dosing them in the big flight more effectively. So that little guy looks like he's coming along. When he walks in there, he stands up and puts his feet under him now, which is better than before. Before, they used to splay out to the side, so I think we're doing good. Mama says, I will kill you. Let's see if Maureen did anything. We're expecting a chick from her any day now. You want to show us anything, Miss Mama? You got anything going on there? Not yet. And what's Lilith doing here? Oh, we already looked at her eggs. Okay, so that's it. Now, I don't have a lot of birds in here right now. Look at that. He seems to be actually getting her interested in the nest box. He's working it, mind you. Bubba's doing the same thing. Look, honey, a nest box. The hens are a bit disinterested. But we'll wait and see what happens. So yeah, Gray and Cloudy are the ones due to come inside next, but we are pretty far away from anybody being ready to give up a fledgling cage. I'm looking for those babies to at least be able to get up on perches before I pull any of them to put them in the, well, I'll show you when I get in there what I'm talking about. It's easier if I can show you. So that one little chick in there is really, the last one especially, is really, as far as his bone structure goes, he's really big. And one of the chicks inside, specifically I think, I've forgotten which one, I think it's the one that's in there with Izod and Matilda, is also larger than his foster brother now, even though he's developmentally behind. So a part of me is kind of wondering, what exactly are the size genetics with these two? Because neither one of these birds are big. But that one little chick, if he's a normal bird, that last baby she has in there, is his bone structure, he's so much bigger than either of his brothers that it's kind of like, I've always known that Cloudy would have been something completely different if she hadn't come to me sick as a dog and had actually gotten enough calcium in her life and not been infested with air sac mites and then run into giardia and the whole thing. She took hit after hit after hit. And I think basically she never grew since the time she was about 6 weeks old. When I got her, she was deathly ill from air sac mites. The only reason she's alive is because I treated her with antibiotics, which cleared an infection that she clearly had from the air sac mites. But she lived with those mites for a year before I figured out what was going on. So she may not, probably doesn't represent herself as far as size and genetics at all, because she was so depleted. And Gray also came to me from a breeder that had terrible air sac mites, and he had them horribly for 6 or 7 months before I started treating my flock for them. So both of these birds are probably not representing themselves well as far as what their genetics are. So it's going to be real interesting to see how these babies come out. I just get the sense that there are at least 2 of them that are going to be just really big birds. But I could be completely wrong. It could just be the way they're developing or something. So we'll see what happens.